In this video, we are going to see about involute. What is the procedure to draw involute? So let us see in detail with an example. So this is the example I have taken. Construct one convolution of an involute of a circle of diameter 30 mm. Draw tangent and normal at any point on the involute. 65 mm distance from the center of the circle. So we have to draw an involute of diameter 30 mm. Also tangent and normal should be drawn at 65 mm distance from the center of the circle. The point on the involute should be 65 mm distance from the center of the circle. If they ask to draw a point on anywhere over the curve, we can mark anywhere, but here it is specifically mentioned that the 65 mm distance should be taken from the center of the circle. So we must take only 65 mm distance. That we will see at last. So before starting the diagram, we need to know what is an involute. So it is a spiral curve that is generated by a point on the thread that unwinds over a polygon or circle. So it can be a polygon or circle. So the spiral curve that is generated by the point on the thread which is unwind from the circle or polygon. So that spiral curve can be called as an involute. So let us start the diagram. Here the diameter of the circle is given as 30 mm. First draw the circle of diameter 30 mm. Then divide the circle into 8 equal halves. First into 2 halves, then 4 halves, then 6, then 8. So you must divide the circle into 8 equal parts. First divide the circle into 2 equal halves vertically, then horizontally. Then you can draw an inclined line of 45 degree to this line so as to divide this portion into 2 parts. So like this you can divide the total circle into 8 equal parts. Then let us mark this point as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Since we are winding the thread from here to here. So this is the starting point, this is the knot point. So let us mark this as P. Since we are winding the thread in this direction, you should mark this as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash up to 8 dash. So marking the point. This can be 1 dash, this is 2 dash. So like this mark all the points. So I have marked all the points up to 7 dash. So 8 dash will be at the same point where we have marked point P. So this itself will be 8 dash. Okay. So then from P draw a straight line of length perimeter. So since the diameter of the circle is given as 30 mm, pi d will be the perimeter. So pi into 30 will give the perimeter of the circle. So that is will be equal to 94.2. Draw one straight line from P of length perimeter, that is 94.2. So the length of the line should be 94.2 mm. Then divide this line into 8 equal halves. Since we have divided the circle in 8 equal parts, we have to divide this line also into 8 equal halves. If you find any difficulty to divide this line into 8 equal halves, you can refer my previous video to follow the procedure how to divide the fraction number into equal halves. So I am just roughly dividing this into 8 equal halves. Then name these as 1, 2, 3 and 4. This can be 1, this can be 2. So like that name all the points. So now you can see all the points has been marked properly. Then listen carefully. From 1 dash draw a tangent line. So a tangent line should be drawn crossing 1 dash line. So just see what I am doing. Through 1 dash draw a tangent line. So this line should be exactly tangent. The length can be some particular length. So later we will decide the length. Similarly, through 2 dash, draw one tangent line for particular length. This should be a tangent line. Okay. Then similarly, through 3 dash, draw a tangent line of particular length. Then through 4 dash, draw a tangent line. Similarly, through 5 dash, it should be exactly a tangent line. Then through 6 dash, so like that draw tangent up to 8 dash line. So 8 dash line we have already drawn. Similarly through 7 dash, so the length can be up approximately you can decide the length. After that we can fix the length. So similarly from 8, that is 8 dash, draw a tangent line, that is we have already drawn this line. So then take a compass, measure P1 as length, that is take a compass, measure P1 as length and 1 dash as center, draw an arc to cut the tangent that is drawn through 1 dash. It might be here. Similarly, measure P2 distance and with 2 dash as center and a distance of P2, that is draw an arc on the tangent that is drawn from 2 dash. So it will be here. Similarly, P3 as distance and 3 dash as center, draw an arc on the tangent line that is drawn through 3 dash. Similarly, P4 as distance and 4 dash as center, draw an arc on the tangent that is drawn through 4 dash. Similarly, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, and for 8 dash measure P8 as distance and this 8 as center, draw an arc on the tangent that is drawn through 8 dash. So that will cut exactly here. Then we can name these arcs as P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 up to P8. This will be P1, this will be P2. Likewise you can mark all the names up to P8. So now you can see I have named all the arcs. So now take a pencil, smoothly join P and P1, that is 8 dash and P1. Then P1 to P2. So then P2, P3. So like that you should join all the curves smoothly to form the involute. Take HB pencil, join 8 dash P1, then P1 to P2. So like this you can join all the arcs smoothly to form an involute. If you find any difficulty to draw in freehand, you can use compass also. So for that take a compass from 1 dash as center and measure 8 dash up to 8 dash, draw an arc smoothly to touch this tangent line. Then with 2 dash as center and expand the compass up to here and draw an arc to form this curve. So likewise you can finish the curve using compass also. So now you can see I have formed the smooth curve using compass. So join 8 dash P1, P1, P2, P2, P3, P3, P4, like that join all the arcs smoothly to form an involute. Like that you can use compass to form the smooth curve, provided the joint should be smoothly finished. So this can be also drawn using French curve, which I shown in my first video. So that's all. Next they have asked to draw tangent and normal at a point on the involute 65 mm distance from the center of the circle. So this is the center of the circle, this is O. So from O measure the distance where the 65 mm distance is cutting. Take the compass, measure 65 mm as radius and with O as center place the compass over the curve and find where the exact 65 distance is meeting over the curve. So if it meets here, so I am drawing approximately. So if it meets here, so this can be named as the point which we have marked over the involute as M. Join OM. Measure the midpoint of this OM line. So it is 65 mm line. So 32.5 will be the center. So from M mark the 32.5 mm, that is the midpoint of the line. So it will be here. Then with this as center, draw one semicircle joining MO. So now you can see that semicircle has been drawn. So the semicircle meets at this circle at a point. So this is the point where this semicircle and the circle meets. So this point is the ending line of the normal. So just to name this as L. So join LM. To join straight line from L to M and extend that line to some extent. So this is NL. So NL will be the normal. Then draw the tangent 90 degree to NL. Draw a straight line that flows smoothly over the curve that crosses M. So that will be called as tangent. So this is tangent TG. So TG is tangent and NL is normal. So provided it should be 90 degree. So NM and MG should be 90 degree. So in such a way you just draw tangent and normal. There is some extra lines, projection lines are there. So if you don't want this line, you can erase this tangent. The tangent line which goes beyond the involute curve can be erased. If you want, you can erase, otherwise you can leave it. So thank you. In next class we will see about projection of straight lines.